Peace, love, prosperity, family. It's your girl Sid. Back at it again to entertain you, empower you, and inform your minds. Today, we're going to talk about the question that's on everybody's mind. Is college a scam? Yes, it is. It truly is. It's unfortunate to say that, but college is a scam. Simply based off the fact that if you look at what we currently have going on right now is what you would call credential inflation. And pretty much credential inflation is where you have the rising price of school competing with the cheaper cost of webinars, seminars, lectures, discussions, free platforms, free communities, free groups, being able to purchase a mastery class or something of the sorts and be able to master per se a skill that you would have to normally spend $30,000-$40,000 with to get a college degree behind. You can simply learn how to do it at a fraction of the price through YouTube, through different people that offer different classes. So from a standpoint of an entrepreneur who could honestly learn everything that I know and am still learning, and now I could have just not went to school and saved 3 years and saved $30,000-$40,000, not including everything else. So it was probably $50,000. I could have saved my money and my time by not going to college. Necessarily, do you need college to be successful? No, but yes, that's why it's a scam, but it's not. Depending on what you want to do with your life. I don't plan on working for nobody, so of course I wouldn't worry about getting a degree that will, fit me into a job if I work under somebody. I'm the boss. I want to work for myself. I'm going to work for myself. So going back to school and getting a degree is only important if I want to empower me, educate me further than what I can find on the internet. And that's what going to college does for you. It gives you a certain structure. It gives you a certain foundation behind what you know. But then there's still the internet where that's free. You still can go to webinars, you can go to trainings, you could do different classes, you could pay for different programs, different tutorials, there's different options out there that where necessarily you don't have to go the traditional route, which is to go to college. So all in all, I believe college is a scam, but depending on how you play the scam and what you want to use it for, you might be able to finesse it and get college at little to nothing or for free. I was a student worker, vice president when I was in college, so I got different incentives and I got financial aid, government assistance, because I was in the Guard and in the military at the time. So I got that money, but it also came with a different set of commitments. If I wanted that free money for school, by me being in the military, I'm in the military. At any point I could go fight for this country. By me being a vice president, my schedule always went up and down. There would be times where I would be told last minute I had to go do this, go do that. But that also came along with one of the perks of getting free college. You got to give. It's a give and take if you want something for free. You can't just join the military per se and not expect to go to war. You can't just be on a student government to get the free tuition exemptions, but not have to worry about all these meetings that come with your position, all of the meetings that come with getting tuition exemption. Trust and believe, if you get anything for free, it's always going to come with something. So even with me getting financial aid, if I failed the class, then I would have to retake that class, and then if after 2 times if I failed that class, I was gonna have to pay out of pocket. And sometimes you might even have to pay the money back depending on what your GPA is and the curriculum that you're going for. But all of that is just to say, it's college is, but it's not. But it is a scam, depending on how you look at it and what you plan on doing in your future. Now, if I wouldn't have went to school for business, I would be stuck, like a lot of people currently are. I graduated a little over 2 months ago. I was unemployed for like a month until I started working, but that's because I have a business mind and I study business. And I knew as soon as I graduated from college, okay, now I'm into the real world. Now I got to still continue to pay these bills, even though I don't have my student worker job anymore. I got to still be able to feed myself, clothe myself, even though I'm no longer employed. I had this in mind, but life changes. And, when it comes to business, and one of the great things that I'm happy and I'm grateful for is being able to say that I study business is because it prepares you for the unexpected. And if you're not prepared for the unexpected, when life there's a curveball that you're going to get knocked off. Some of us go to college just to get these degrees and just to get these pieces of paper just to impress people. But in actuality, you getting a bachelor's in arts, how is that going to do anything for the type of future that we're going into? And when it comes to college and going to school, no matter if you decide going to college is a scam for you or not, or you say, okay, well, everybody go to college, but you only end up getting a $15 hour job. Why can't I start my own business instead of going to college? And that's pretty much where I'm at. All this money that I spent to learn about business and everything, I could have honestly just studied and learned this out online by myself. And all of the extra money that I saved, not having to spend it in college, I could have used to invest into my businesses and my brands. But I went to college, I learned a whole lot, and it taught me somewhat of a disciplined business structure. And not straight out of college was I ready to just jump into my business, because I still had to pay for college while I was in college. So that was money that I could have used for my collateral that I didn't have to fund my business. So now what I'm having to do is just take the time to step back and look at what I learned in college and how can I implement that for the future, as far as just me living so I can save up and meet my goal, me investing so I can invest properly and meet my goal faster. And then also being able just to use the information and knowledge that I gained over the 3 years that I was in college for my business degree, to use that business knowledge towards making and launching one of the perfect businesses that are out here nowadays. But life throws you a curveball, and sometimes people aren't as lucky as me. A month out of college and I already got a job, and it's a decent job. A month out of college and I'm about to get my first paycheck. This is starting to come and everything's starting to fall in line. Some people aren't prepared and they think just going to college they're gonna be set, but then once the real world hits you, you got 50 to 70, however much thousands of dollars you are in debt. As soon as you graduate, now you have an extra bill to pay back besides what you already had. Like, say if you got a car note, car insurance, phone bill, health insurance, every other bill on top of now having to pay your student loan back. It's just an extra bill, and not necessarily you need it, but it just depends on you. I'm not going to say everybody needs to go to college, because that's just creating and feeding into this credential inflation we have going on. And credential inflation is simply when so many people are getting college degrees. Once everybody graduates, everybody's at home for a while, but you took up this type of degree and that type of field and this field and this field. And the reality of the world that we live in is technology is heavily advancing daily. And with technology advancing daily and rapidly like this, there's no guarantee after you go to college, you spend all of this money, all of this time, all of this energy in going to college, that there will actually be a job for you, or even waiting on you by the time you graduate. And then by the time you graduate and you apply for this job, so many other people now have the same degree, they're in the same field of study that you were in, and it just takes you and it puts all y'all in this big old pool. And that's credential inflation. Everybody got these same type of degrees and same credentials, so we gonna put y'all all together because y'all all the only ones that went to college. Now that y'all all together, now here's the platform of this job that we're normally gonna pay $7 for. We're gonna say 15 because y'all all went to college. So now you got these select people. You can only pick 10 out of a group of 300. 10 people, that's not even a third of the people that we need and that is needed for this job. So think about that. Think about your future. Think about the world when it comes down to how fast stuff evolves, how fast we learn about information. Some people don't even go to the actual news anymore for information. They get it on social media. That's just how fast we are evolving as a world. We can get in touch with each other, share, communicate, find an audience that to our specific needs, our tribe, whoever, you know. The world is evolving. If you're not built to adapt and you're still stuck in the modernized traditional ways of doing things, then you'll definitely get left behind. All in all, I said a lot to say college is a scam, but depending on how you look at it and what you plan on doing in the future, it might be a scam that might actually turn out working really successfully in your favor. If not, you know, college, don't let it beat you up, man. College isn't for everybody. There's so many people that did not go to college and that aren't going back to college that are going to be successful and that are successful. But don't let what people who got degrees, who don't got degrees, think and comment on what you're doing in your life, you know, stop you from being happy and living out your success whichever way you see it. You do what you do, and if it makes you happy not going back to college and wasting money but in starting a pita bread business, a dog watching company, then do that. It shouldn't matter what other people's opinion about what you wanting to do with your life determining whether or not that is to go to college or not go to college affect you. College isn't for everybody, and you could save so much money by teaching yourself stuff, learning on free platforms, paying for webinars, doing seminars if that's what you see fit. I'm doing that, and I'm already starting to see improvements, not in just my content, but in actually new customers reaching out to me, saying they want to work with me, and then more people. My network is growing like crazy. So the possibilities to be successful without college is great. And don't let anybody try to force you into going to college to get a degree and you spent 3 to 5 years of your life that you're not gonna get back. Because after I graduated, it felt like the 30 minutes it took me to walk to get my diploma, it wasn't even worth nothing. Like, it was just like 3 years gone in 30 minutes. Like, that's how I felt during. I was excited, but after it was all said and done, I was like, dang, it's really over. And now here's the real world. Is college a scam? Maybe, maybe not. Leave your comments down below. I just wanted to share this because I feel like I kind of got scammed by going to college. Some people say, you know, you didn't get scammed. You actually have this much more of look at me added to your name because you went to school. Tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. Let me know if you're going to college or if you're not going to college. Let me know if you're not going to go to college and you're going to start a YouTube or a business or whatever. Drop it all in the comments. Give your girl a subscribe button if you're new here. And just stay tuned because greatness is definitely on the way.